I'll never talk down to the people who live in this county or the city, especially when it relates to you guys. We pay your salary. Nobody up here should be talking down to anyone.
Let the minutes show and accurately reflect my political opinion of censorship. Censorship.
Previously on the Levi Trumbull channel.
Tulsi Desai is a two-faced, lying, spineless, no integrity, hack government employee.
I just want to make the comment. We had the caller in that was making comments about staff that I would prefer not to hear in this forum. Unfortunately, under the Constitution, public comment gives callers or speakers the right to say anything they want.
In response to that call in and that public comment, Mr. Council President Brad W. Young called my speech, my dialogue, unfortunate.
Recently, we've had a caller disparaging county employees who are not here to defend themselves. It's unacceptable.
Now, what's trying to happen up here is we're trying to amend the situation where people can call in and be placed in a live speakers queue.
You said that his free speech was unfortunate the last time he called in. That's not right. I will see you guys next Tuesday, and I'm gonna actually give you a first-hand lesson in how far the First Amendment goes to protect my free motherfucking speech.
All right, I'll wait for my 3 minutes to start. Good evening, Levi Trumbull for the record. And before we proceed, I just want to notate for the record, I went back and I checked the videotape as it relates to last week's Frederick County Council meeting. And I would like to notate, I want to thank, I should say, Council Vice President Cavante Duckett, Councilman Mason Carter, and Councilman Steve McKay. You verbally demonstrated your commitment to prioritizing the voice of the Frederick County voter, and many have taken notice of that, so we appreciate it. You know, every good story has three elements: a beginning, a climax, and an ending. So let's start at the beginning. On October 1st, I called into this Frederick County Council meeting to support ballot initiative question B, and I used staff of your Frederick County Planning and Permitting Department as an example for why we need question B. In response to that commentary, my speech was called unfortunate and likened to a phone call that should have been hung up on. So in response to that, I called back on October 7th with an even better public comment talking about planning and permitting, one that was definitely a home run. Let's get to our climax. It would only be 2 weeks later on October 22nd when discussion was brought forward about terminating telephone public comment. In response, several councilmen called you guys out in what clearly was an attempt to stifle free speech and essentially respectful free speech that you guys did not like. And I showed up to that meeting on October 22nd just to stand by my words. And now we get to tonight. Here we are at the ending, maybe. In response to stop criticism of the Frederick County Department of Planning and Permitting, people took notice, people showed up here tonight, and they are going to tell you what they think of that. Now, I want to be clear. I have no idea what's going to be said tonight, and maybe none of it I'll endorse. Maybe. I don't know. But I tell you what, I'll never talk down to the people who live in this county or the city, especially when it relates to you guys. We pay your salary. Nobody up here should be talking down to anyone. A few more things. Jerry Donald, I'm going to forgive you for calling my excellent speeches unacceptable, because the one thing you can't call them is untrue. And by the way, you said that I was speaking about people who were not here to defend themselves. It's funny because the person I was talking about was Tulsi Desai. And on October 22nd, he showed up here. He sat in that chair and he never defended himself. Because that's one conversation he doesn't want to have. Frederick County, let's pass question B and start holding negligent county staff accountable. Have a good evening. Thank you very much.
I have a preliminary matter before the speech in chief. I feel that Justin Holder, and Judge Finan agrees, Justin Holder can adequately represent my interest. I would like to yield my time to Justin Holder to have him speak on my behalf. What do you say, Brad Young, on the record?
You have your 3 minutes. You cannot yield your 3 minutes.
So you cannot yield 3 minutes? Could you please cite the rule?
I don't need to. There's no rule.
There's
no rule against
but
it.
You're not going to let me do it anyway?
Sir, it's accepted practice of the council.
Accepted practice. Okay, no problem. We can challenge that. Okay, my name is Sean Patrick Porter, Sr. I have residency in Frederick County. I want my fellow citizens and my children and my children's children to look back at this public record and know my deep, heartfelt political and religious beliefs. Let the minutes show my political opinion on the upcoming World War III that CNN keeps telling us about. The draft. Let the minutes show my religious beliefs. Satan. Let the minutes show my political opinion of Jerry Donald. Jerry Donald. Let the minutes show and accurately reflect my political opinion of censorship. Censorship. Let the record show my opinion of Tolson Desa. Tolson Desa, planning and zoning. Thank you for your time.
The draft, Satan, Jerry Donald, censorship.
I'm here to speak against the proposal to eliminate citizen call-ins during public comment on policy issues. The right to public input is foundational to our republic. It is the very first amendment in our Constitution. It enshrines the right of the citizens to be heard, and public forums like these are essential avenues for that expression.
And for you not to let citizens speak freely like our founding fathers wanted us to have, you're stopping the very existence of freedom in our country that I hold dear. This is not just about me. This is about everybody. So I hope that you continue to keep a public forum for all of us to speak freely.